Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is your Journey Yoga. I hope you are amazing. So a little different venue today. Kind of funny. I have been on a road trip. So we are staying at a lovely Residence Inn type place and realized that I needed to get a video to you guys. So they have this amazing space. I'm actually like, this is super cool. So I was actually very, very pleased to find this and to know that I can still bring content to you and stay current and stay with you guys each and every day. So thanks for joining me. And I hope your world is fantastic. And a little fun, since I am road tripping, a long time in the car. So when you have those, whether it be if you're in a car on a road trip or you're sitting behind a desk a lot, when you have those days where you just haven't moved a ton, this is fantastic for you, my friends. So we are going to work those hip flexors. We're going to get the lower back. We're going to work the glutes and those hips. So really all of the things that when you sit for a long time, your posture kind of falls apart and you get tight hip flexors, tight quads, and those hips are just like, oh, please give me some love. So we're going to do that today. Joining me with water, any kind of accessories that you might need, a towel, a block, a bolster, a belt, whatever you feel like. So just make sure you've got whatever you need handy. Let's get going, guys. So a seated position, and let's undo this cross-legged position if you already are. And we're gonna open up into a butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet together, and we're gonna pull those heels in towards us, just as close as feels right to you, and take a hold of your legs, anywhere between your ankles and your knees, and sit up nice and tall. So you might notice that you can get full extension of those arms. You might notice that there's still a soft bend in the arms. Either is fine. I just want you to feel that length in your spine. I want you to draw those shoulders down and back, opening your chest. Now lift your gaze to the sky. As you lift the gaze to the sky, draw those shoulder blades down as if you were going to slide those shoulder blades into your back pocket. And breathe. Slow, steady breaths. We're holding on to those shins. We're drawing those shoulders down and away. Now, as you exhale, I want you to hollow, and we're going to hold that hollow, pressing your spine towards the back, tucking your chin. As you hollow, we feel space between those shoulder blades. A release down the spine, through the neck. Now we're going to tie these movements together at the pace of our breath. As you inhale, lift your gaze, open that chest, draw those shoulder blades down and back. And then exhale, hollow. So seated cat and cow. Inhale, press it through, arch your back. Exhale and hollow. Again, inhale, lift, last one. And exhale, hollow. And we come up to a nice neutral spine. Release your hands and let those feet slide forward just a little bit, opening up this diamond shape throughout your legs. And we're just going to begin to hinge it forward. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stay super straight through your spine. You are welcome to round. We're going to do both. So I want you to feel the length in your spine and where that stretch is happening. I'm feeling this in that lower back. For sure in those hips. My back is saying thank you, thank you, thank you. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Now this should be a little less intense than when we come back and create that long spine. Now starting at your tailbone, slowly roll it up one vertebra at a time, stacking each and every vertebra. Just let your hands slide up your shins as they're ready. Now as you sit up nice and tall, feel that length in your spine. We're going to keep that length and we're going to begin to hinge it forward. Now we want to keep that length so the moment you feel those shoulders want to round forward and hollow out through the chest, pull it back. Draw those shoulder blades back. Reach through the crown of the head. Breathe. Now keeping that length, without allowing those shoulders to roll forward, extend the arms out, kind of to a big wide V. And I'm going to rest up on the pads of my fingers. You can come down onto your palms. There's just a tendency to have those shoulders rolled forward when you bring your palms to the mat. Breathe. Now let's slowly walk those hands forward, one step at a time. Keeping those shoulders drawn down and away. Keeping that belly button drawn in. One more step in. Keep lengthening, keep reaching. Extend out, hinge it all the way up. Release your hands around behind you, and we're gonna lift those hips, pulling them off the mat, keeping that butterfly. And then we're gonna come forward and come back. Only as far as your body's ready to go. So mindful of those ankles, mindful of those shoulders and those wrists. We're just moving forward and back. We're keeping that belly strong. We're keeping those knees open out wide. Just gazing forward, a little bit of a chin tuck towards your chest. Last one, hold here. And kind of let that body weight be heavy. Breathe. Pulling it back and slowly release your bottom back down. We're gonna bring those knees towards one another and open up those feet nice and wide. And then we're gonna take those hands just on either side of your feet, holding on to the tops of the feet or just resting, and slowly hinge it forward. Again, getting into that lower back. I know posture's not always fantastic when we're in the car, but we do our best whenever possible. And once again, we roll it up one vertebra at a time. Let's crisscross those legs and sit up nice and tall. Reach to the sky. Exhale and release that left hand down, right arm up and over, pressing that right sit bone towards the mat. A little roll of that right shoulder back. And then as you exhale, release the tummy and chest to that left thigh, reaching out through those right fingertips. Nice big deep breaths. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands through the center. Fingertips reach out as far as you can reach, and relax the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, reaching out, core strong, hinge it all the way up. Exhale, release that right hand down, left arm up and over, pressing that left sit bone towards the sky, back towards the floor, rolling that left shoulder back, gazing towards the sky. Oh, big long stretch all the way down that left side. And as you exhale, releasing the tummy and chest to your thigh, reaching out through those left fingertips. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through the center, fingertips reach out as far as you can reach, and relax the weight of your head down. Inhale, circle your hands back by your hips, big circle of those arms overhead as you hinge up tall. Exhale, let's flow forward, coming up onto all fours. Now we're gonna back up to the center of our mat, and we're gonna extend those arms out a little bit further so that they're not directly underneath our shoulders. Finding that breath, tuck your toes. Lift your knees, just a smidge off the mat. So we're pressing through the palms of the hands, making sure that those shoulders are engaged, the core is engaged. We're pressing through those toes. Do you feel that great stretch in the arch of your feet? And through those toes, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips. Adjusting how you need to adjust to come to your down dog. Find your breath. Hands are shoulder width apart. Feet are hip width. And we're going to inhale it to high plank. Exhaling back to down dog. Inhaling to high plank. Transitioning between these two poses at your pace. Getting that nice long stretch all the way down the backs of the legs. That feels so good. Exhaling back to down dog. This time, let's add a chaturanga. Inhale into high plank. Chaturanga or crocodile. Toes or knees. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long. Hips back towards the heels. Forehead towards the mat. We're just going to kind of wiggle the rib cage a little bit. I just want you to notice what you're feeling. So just a little rotation, however it feels good to you, however fast, however slow. And then come back to your child's pose. Inhale, lift just enough to pull that left hand underneath the right arm. Palm to the floor. We're going to walk our fingertips out as far as we can walk them, and then release the weight of the upper body down onto that left shoulder. Right fingertips walk forward as far as they can walk. Find your breath. Noticing that stretch in the upper middle back, the shoulders, the neck. Just feels so good to be moving. Inhale, lift and pull that left arm back through. Right hand reaching underneath the left, walking those fingertips out as far as you can walk them. And release the weight of the upper body down onto that shoulder. Side of the head to the mat. And then walk those left fingertips forward as far as you can. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Just breathe. This variation of thread the needle, so great for the spine, the shoulders, the neck. Inhale, lift just slightly enough to pull those arms back through and extend it back to child's pose. Arms extended out nice and long. We lift the forehead, tuck the toes, press and lift your hips to the sky. Up to downward facing dog. And let's gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Face soft, head heavy, and just gently pedaling those feet. As you exhale, let both heels sink. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through between the hands. Back knee comes to the mat. Keep those toes tucked under. Place your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Rotate it and reach that right arm to the sky. Lifting and lengthening. Find your breath. Now rotate that right palm towards the front. Reach it up and over as you turn and take your gaze down towards your right big toe. Lengthen and reach to those fingertips. Now if you like, extend that back leg. Reaching and pressing through that back heel, lengthening and reaching through those fingertips. We inhale and lift that right arm back to the sky as we lift our gaze to the sky. Circle that right arm around behind, release your hand on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently releasing it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through between the hands. Bringing that back knee to the mat, keeping those toes tucked under. Place that right hand to the inside of the left foot. Rotate your body and reach to the sky. So with those toes tucked under, we're getting a nice little stretch for the arches of the feet, for the toes, for the calf. We lengthen and reach, rotating that left palm towards the front. Reach it up and over as you take your gaze down towards that left big toe. Core is still strong. We're not sinking into that right shoulder, but we're lifting out of that right shoulder. Always mindful, guys. Always aware. Always kind. If you like, extend that back leg. Pressing through that back heel. You feel that deeper stretch through those hip flexors? Yeah, buddy. I do. Inhale, lift your arm, lift your gaze, reach to the sky. Circling that left arm around behind, releasing your hand on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Pressing through the palms of the hands to guide that weight back towards those heels. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward folds. Soft bend in the knees, head heavy. Bringing the hands to the elbows, we hold on and gently sway side to side. Just checking in. How are we doing so far? Embracing all the memories we've created along the way. What we've learned, what we saw. Road trips are always fun, but oh my goodness, sitting in the car that long is rough on the bod. Coming back to center, release your arms, and ever so slowly roll it up. For the big shoulder roll at the top, shoulders slide down and away. Let's give those shoulders a big roll and turn the palms to the front. Tummies are tight, glutes are tight to mountain pose. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Releasing that left knee to the mat if you like, but otherwise keep your legs long. We rotate and extend right arm to the sky. We can be down on that left forearm, or we can be up on our hand. Knee can be down, feet can be staggered or stacked. We reach and lengthen Out of the shoulder up to the tips of the fingers. Let's rotate that right palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Reaching, reaching, reaching as far as you can reach. Space between the ribs. Length down the side of the body. Strength throughout your being. Inhale, lift that right arm to the sky. And slowly releasing it down. Coming back to plank. Let's take it right into the other side. Right knee comes to the mat if you like, otherwise legs are long. We rotate and extend left arm to the sky, reaching it up, high as you can reach. Lengthen and extend. Breathe, rotating that left palm, reach it up and over. Now again, be where you need to be, guys. We challenge ourselves, but we always honor wherever we are in our practice. As we learn to honor and respect where we are, depending upon the day, the hour, the minute. It's always different, guys. Inhale, lift that left arm to the sky. And slowly release your hand down to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. And gently sway those hips side to side. So as I say, every hour, every minute, you guys, each and every day is different. We bring different things with us to the mat every time we come back. Don't judge. Don't criticize. You're here. You're doing good things for yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit. Just be present. There are enough judges in this world. Be kind to yourself. Coming back to center, shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. We're going to slow this down. So I want you to ever so slowly begin to transition to a plank as you pull that right knee in, and we're going to slowly, slowly place that right foot between the hands. So as we release that momentum and we don't do that swing through, it's pretty challenging. Here we are in a runner's lunge, pressing through that back heel, feeling that great stretch down the front of that left leg. Let's bring both hands to the inside of the foot. And we're going to heel toe that right foot out to the outside edge of your mat. Toes are off the mat, heel is on the mat. Now center your hands underneath you. Breathe. Let your hips be heavy. Take a moment here. Keep that core strong. Now gently release that back knee to the mat. Untuck your toes and let the top of your foot rest. Breathe. Now we can stay right here. Or if you like, shift your weight to that left hand. Rotate and place your right hand to the inside of the knee. Give it a gentle press away as you roll to the outside edge of your foot and take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Breathe. Nice deep breath. You feel that love going on in the hip, guys. Feel that nice stretch down that left side through the ribs and the waist. Let's bring it back to center, but keep that knee rolled out. Breathe. If it feels right to you, come down onto one forearm or both. So as you lower the upper body, this is going to intensify that stretch. If you're like, wow, that's a little more than I bargained for. Come back to where we were up on the hands. Now, if you like, either on the hand or on the forearm, we rotate once again, placing that right hand to the inside of the knee and a gentle press away as you take your gaze up over that right shoulder, lifting out of that left shoulder. We have this tendency to sink in. I want you to lift and open and breathe. Now we bring that right hand back to the mat, left hand back to the mat, draw that right knee back in. Foot is flat, tuck your toes. Now we're going to take that back knee, lift it off the mat and pull it in across from that right foot, lowering your bottom, either keeping support with those hands on the ground or pulling those hands to heart center to garland pose. And we're going to notice where our weight is in our feet. We have this tendency to roll forward into the front part of our foot in garland pose. I want you to roll it back. As best you can, I want you to feel that outside edge of your foot pressing towards the mat. And as you exhale, release your hands and extend those legs. Breathe. Let your head be heavy. Find your breath. Feel that release, that stretch in that lower back, down the backs of the legs. And once again, slowly lower yourself down, back to garland. Getting some love into those hips, guys. Draw those shoulder blades down and away. Breathe. Now we're going to fire up those legs. They've been kind of lazy sitting. okay? So we're gonna fire them up and we're gonna go really slowly as we rise. Keeping that tailbone pointing towards the ground, reaching through the crown of the head. Extending all the way up to the sky, and as you exhale, open it up. Arms out to a nice wide V, open that chest. Inhale, pull those hands back overhead. And once again, we sink all the way down into garland pose. Tailbone straight towards the ground. Knees open out wide. Weight is in that outside edge of your foot. Noticing if you're rolling forward towards the arch or the ball of your foot. Release your hand, step that left foot back, and then the right to plank. Holding your plank, toes or knees. If you like, one push-up. How about another? How about 2 more? Elbows right by the ribs. Breathe. Lift your hips to down dog. And let's gently sway those hips side to side. Nice big deep breaths coming back to center. Shifting your weight to your right foot, left toes to the sky. Again, we're gonna slow this down, guys, so it's not the momentum, it's not that swing through. I want you to inhale and slowly begin to hinge forward, coming into our plank position, drawing that left knee slowly through and placing that left foot between the hands. That is challenging, isn't it? And here we are in our runner's lunge. Pressing through that back heel. Find that breath, feel that stretch all the way down the front of that right leg. Breathe. Now let's bring that back knee to the mat, untuck those toes, and bring both hands to the inside of your foot. Now we're going to gently let that left knee roll open. And then slowly turn, if you like, placing that left hand to the inside of that left knee and take your gaze out over that left shoulder. You feel that love in that left hip, down the front of that right leg. Breathe. And slowly come back to center. Keep that knee rolled open. Rolled over onto the outside edge of your foot. Feels right to you. We come down onto that right forearm or possibly both. So as you lower that upper body, you're going to intensify that stretch. You make sure that it's right for you. If all of a sudden you went from like a 4 or 5 or 6 to a 9, back off, guys. We don't want to be above an 8. There's no reason for it. We're not trying to win any challenges. Well, maybe you are, but no need to. Just take care of yourself. It's about being healthy, being strong, being well. Now, if you like, we roll over onto that right elbow, left hand pressing against the inside of the knee. Breathe. Let's come back to that left palm and the right. And we're going to draw that left knee back in, and we're going to heel toe that left foot out to the outside edge of your mat. Toes are off the mat, heel is on, and we're going to center those hands. We tuck those toes, and we're going to lift that back knee. Now we're going to pull that left or that right foot in across from the left. Here we are back in our garland pose. And we're going to lower the bottom and lift the chest. If you need that support, guys, keep that support. You can be in frog pose. You don't have to come quite so low. If garland pose is right for you, awesome. Draw that pelvis through. Now as we come back to this pose, we're being mindful. Again, outside of your foot, roll it down, press it down against that earth. We don't want to roll forward into the arch of the foot. Opening up those hips. Breathe, releasing the hands, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, extend the legs. Releasing the weight of the upper body down. We take a hold of the ankles and use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body in. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. And a little back into your heels. Can you lift your toes? Wiggle your toes. Release those arms. Core is strong. Shift your weight to your heels. Slowly lower your bottom back down to garland pose. Releasing those hands, stepping that left foot back, And then the right to plank. You got it. Hold your plank. Toes or knees. Or if you like, super slow push up. And I mean super slow. I mean take your time. As slow as you can go. Draw that belly button in. Draw those shoulders back. Keep those elbows right by your ribs. Take your time. Breathe. So these negative push-ups, guys, are amazing. Slow. Slow as you can. Back up. Breathe. We do our best to keep those hips from swaying, to creating that sway in the back. All the way back up to that strong plank. Lift your hips to down dog. Nice work, you guys. Breathe. We're going to sway the hips to the left. And we're going to take our gaze out underneath that left arm. Ooh, that's a nice stretch all the way down that right side. Coming back to center, just gazing between those feet. Now take those hips to the right and slowly take your gaze to the right. Oh, good long stretch all the way down that left side. And inhale back to center, gazing between those feet. Shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. This time we can use that momentum as you exhale, sweep that right foot through. Back heel to the mat. Windmill those arms up. Warrior two. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Find that breath. We're going to inhale and straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky. Reach forward as far as you can reach. And take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Lengthening and reaching through those right fingertips. Let's turn our gaze towards our back heel with a little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. See if you can reach any further. And then exhale, sink. Breathe. And inhale it back up to warrior two. Straightening that front leg, opening hips, chest, and shoulders to the side. Reach it out over those right toes as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, right arm down, left arm high. Gazing towards the sky if that's okay on your neck. Straight ahead if that's better. Or look down towards your right big toe. Little to no weight on that right hand, guys. Should be able to stay where you are. Breathe. Can you extend and reach any higher if you spread your fingers? I bet you can. And let's rise all the way back up. Bending that front knee. Windmill that left arm up and over, placing that left hand along the inside of your right foot. Back heel remains on the mat. We reach that right arm to the sky. Find your breath. Still in that nice deep lunge. Still feeling that outside edge of that foot, back foot, pressing into the mat. Exhale, slowly release that right hand down. One hand on either side of your foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Square your hips. And we rise, coming to our warrior one. Shoulders soft. Find that breath. Find a focal point out in front of you and begin to shift your weight forward, coming up onto the ball of the back foot. And we're going to transition forward, coming up onto that right leg, drawing that left knee up and flex that left foot. A 90-degree bend with that left leg. Breathe. Now we're going to reach down with that left hand and we're going to reach back with that left foot, taking a hold of your foot. We draw the knees towards one another. Breathe. As you draw that left heel in towards that left glute, feel that nice stretch all the way down the quad, those hip flexors on that left side. Breathe. Now we're going to transition that left hand to the inside of your left foot, the arch of your foot if you're able. Now begin to press your foot into your hand as your hand begins to guide your foot towards the sky, to our dancer's pose. Being mindful of that left knee wanting to flare out. Staying strong through the belly. Inhale, slowly draw those knees back towards one another as you stand tall. Bringing the hands to heart center, let's cross that left foot above the right knee. Rolling that left knee open. And add a little flex of that left foot. A figure four stretch. And we begin to sink. As low as feels right to you. Now we're going to make a fist with our left hand, and we're going to close our right hand over that fist, rotating to the right, placing that left elbow kind of just below that left ankle. Breathe. Find that breath. Core is strong. We come back to center, bringing those hands to heart center. And we rise, lifting that left knee back to 90 degrees. Open the arms out to a T. And press that left foot straight back. Once again, to our warrior one. Circle the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. And extend right leg to the sky. Let's go ahead and flex that right foot. Bend that right knee and draw your heel towards your bottom. That feels nice. Coming down onto that left forearm. Go ahead and roll the tummy and chest open a little bit more if you like. Extending right leg to the sky, slowly releasing it down, coming back to our downward facing dog. Inhaling to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. And we shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes to the sky. We get to use that momentum, my friends. As you exhale, sweep that left foot through. Back heel to the mat. Windmill those arms up to warrior two. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Reaching out through those fingertips. Rolling that left knee open. Core is strong. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky. Reach forward as far as you can reach. And take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Right hand sliding down that back leg. Left fingertips reaching. We turn our gaze towards our back heel with a little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. See if you can reach any further back. And then exhale, sink. And inhale it back up to warrior two. Straightening your front leg, opening hips, chest, and shoulders to the side. Reach it out over those left toes. When you can't reach anymore, left arm down, right arm high. Reach it up. Stack those arms, stack those shoulders. Roll that right shoulder back. You should feel this amazing stretch through the ribs, the waist, all the way down that right side. If you can reach any further, reach high as you can. Find that breath. Now slowly, slowly, we rise all the way back up. And once again, bend that left knee to warrior two. Windmill that right arm up and over, placing that right hand along the inside of your left foot. Back heel remains on the mat. We rotate and extend. Left arm to the sky. Find your breath. Working to touch that belly button to the inner thigh of that left leg. Feel that extension out of your shoulder. As you exhale, slowly release that left hand down, one hand on either side of your foot. Square those hips, adjust your feet however you need to. And we rise, coming up to our warrior one. Shoulders are soft, pressing through that back heel. Breathe. Opening the arms out to a T, find a focal point out in front of you. Shift your weight forward. Let's come up onto that left leg, drawing your right knee in to 90 degrees, and flex your foot. Breathe. Lift the arms overhead. Reach down with that right hand, reach back with that right foot, take a hold of your foot, and begin to draw your right heel up towards that right glute. Knees come side by side. As you draw that right heel in, feeling that really nice stretch through the front of that right leg. And we transition that right hand to the inside of the foot, if you're able, to the arch of your foot. This allows a greater range of motion for the arm. If you like, begin to press that right foot into your hand, the foot into the hand as the hand guides your foot towards the sky to our dancer's pose. Mindful of that right knee wanting to flare out. Keep it in line just as best you can. Slow, steady breaths. And slowly drawing those knees back towards one another. We release the foot, crossing that right foot above the left knee, pulling the hands to heart center. Right knee rolls open. Add a little flex of that right foot to our figure four. Now we make a fist with that right hand and we draw it to that left palm. We're going to slowly begin to sink into those legs as we rotate to the left, right elbow, kind of up against that right ankle, and adding that rotation, challenging this balance, adding that rotation, that spinal flexibility, that deeper stretch in your hip, slowly coming back to center, bringing the hands to heart center, we rise, lifting that right knee back to 90 degrees, extend those arms out to a T and take a giant step back with that right foot. Once again, to our warrior one. Circle the arms to the back, release your hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. Let's go ahead and flex that left foot, bend that left knee, and draw your heel towards your bottom. Rolling that left hip open, deepening that stretch down that right leg. Coming down onto your right forearm if you like. This just allows us to open up even more. If you prefer to stay up on your hands, absolutely fine. We extend that left leg to the sky, slowly releasing it down. We come back to our downward facing dog. And let's just gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. So we're just checking in. We've gotten a lot of stuff done, guys. Hopefully that body is feeling a whole lot better than being stuck in the car. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Inhaling to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Let's open up those knees and press it back to extended child's pose. Checking in. Just allowing your body to relax. So if you're resting on your forehead or your chin or your cheek, whatever it needs to be, guys. And let's slowly walk those hands up. Come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around. Slide on down to the top of the mat. Extending the legs out nice and long. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Tummy down, chest down, hands. And then release the weight of your head just ever so slowly. Just feel yourself melting. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet. Close your eyes, lower the arms to shoulder height. And just slowly, slowly roll yourself back. Making sure you've given yourself plenty of room on your mat. And release. Arms extend out to a T. Pull one knee in and then the other. Knees are going to be right up over those hips. Add a flex of your feet. And let's slowly lower both knees to the left, as low as you can go without allowing those shoulders to pull off the mat. Extending the legs out, pull them back to 90, and draw them back in. Now, if extending those legs out is more than you bargained for, don't worry about it. Keep those knees bent. We take it to the right. We want to keep both shoulders against the earth. Extend the legs, draw them back in, and rise. So we want to keep those knees right over the hips. And again, if that leg extension is just a little more than you like today, don't worry about it. And come back to center. One of the most beautiful things, guys. The journey is yours. You get to invite me to come on it with you if you like. I hope you like. I get to invite you on mine. And I love it. So whatever parts of the journey are supposed to be yours, that's what's supposed to happen. We're on it together, never to judge, always to encourage, explore, challenge, but remain true. Let's do one more each side. And when I say remain true, I mean true to who you are. True to the limitations within your body. We all have them. True to whatever's right for you, listening to your body, remembering it's about wellness and well-being. This is perfect timing. Lights go out, and we're about ready for Shavasana. Drawing those knees in towards your chest, pulling it in. Keeping that right knee tucked in, extend your left leg out and down. Right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and just gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat. Take your gaze out over that right arm. My friends, I am honored every time you choose to join me. I hope that each and every time we get together, that it is good for you, mind, body, and spirit. You guys are always good for me. Coming back to center, gently place that right foot to the mat and extend that right leg. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T. Right hand to the outside of the left knee and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat. Take your gaze out over that left arm. So whatever adventures you're on, and like I said, coming off of a road trip, but sometimes we just end up sitting a lot. This is great for those days when you just need to get up and move. Yoga, my friends, is a game changer. Giving ourselves time to slow down, but yet still move. To challenge ourselves against gravity. To really promote blood flow, oxygen flow, range of motion, slowly coming back to center. Place that left foot to the mat and just ever so gently slide it out. Extending those legs out nice and long and just making whatever adjustments you need to make to find a comfortable place. Now, if by chance you're chilly, grab a sweatshirt, grab a blanket, grab whatever you need to make yourself comfortable. If you need a pillow, if you need a bolster behind your knees, maybe you're more comfortable in a reclined butterfly or with those feet up closer to your bottom, I just invite you to find a place that feels right. A place where your body is happiest. A place where you can quiet your mind. Allowing ourselves to be still. Allowing our breath to flow effortlessly. Allowing ourselves to embrace being a human being for a change rather than always a human doing. This time away is an amazing gift. With our eyes closed, the body relaxed, our breath flowing, our awareness is drawn inward. To a place of peace and strength. We relax to the crown of the head, through the forehead, through the face. Releasing tension in the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Pausing momentarily at the chest. Celebrating each and every beat of our heart and each and every breath we take. A wave of calm washing through the shoulders and out through the tips of the fingers. Down through the belly, promoting digestion. A healthy, happy belly. A wave of calm coming down into the back, through the hips, and down each leg. All the way down to the toes. We gently feel the weight of our bodies resting against the earth. We notice the ease of the breath, the calming, rhythmic beat of the heart. We allow ourselves just a few more moments to truly just be. And gently begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes, to breathe just a little bit deeper. Aware of those big inhales and big exhales. Mindful of how the mind and body are feeling right here at this moment. Safe, calm, grounded, present, right here. And as you're ready, gently draw your knees towards your chest, rolling to one side, and taking your time, coming back up to a seated position that feels right to you. Resting your hands comfortably wherever you wish. Close your eyes and take big deep breaths. I honor each and every one of you. Thank you for bringing me on this adventure of yours. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Stay kind. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale. Pull the hands to heart center. I want to thank you so much. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you for having the faith in me, for joining me each and every time. I hope you come back time and time again. I hope you subscribe. I hope you pass the word to all of the people in your life whom you love and care about. Yoga, you guys, is a game changer. It's a life changer. It's an amazing gift. So thank you for receiving the gift. Thank you for receiving it from me. It means the world. Be well. Take care. And until the next time, namaste.